Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at some different ETFs and ETNs that you can use to trade this week if the markets keep heading higher. So this is a look at the different bull ETFs and ETNs. Let's look at ProShares Ultra Pro Triple Q. This is TQQQ is the ticker symbol, and as you can see here, it made a super bullish move on Friday. It had been turning the middle Bollinger Band into support. That's the dotted purple line at 158.81, and that level held, and then it had the big breakout higher. So that was the move that the bulls were looking for. So congrats everybody. This is signaling that it wants to head higher. It needs to stay above EMA4 at 163. That's the pink line. Notice it's been holding the whole time since there was a close above down here. And so if it can keep riding EMA for support higher and stay above that middle Bollinger Band, then a new uptrend should continue. And what you're looking for is a run back up to the recent high, which is up here at just about 182. So that will be the target if it can keep the uptrend going. Notice it did close above the recent high. So this was a really big move for TQQQ, and we'll see if it can keep going. If it closes below 163, that'll be your signal that it's cooling down. Okay, let's look at TNA. This is the small cap bull 3 times, and this made a nice move on Friday as well. Notice it closed above the dotted purple line. That is the middle Bollinger Band. It also closed above the gold line, which is the 100-day simple moving average. So the close above 69 resistance was very bullish. It signals the possible start of a new uptrend. Now it has to break the next key resistance level, which is the 50-day simple moving average at 71.82. Notice this upper wick hit that level and it pulled back last week. If it gets a close above 72, that's going to be your signal that it wants to head higher and then a new uptrend is starting. If it fails to break 72 or drops below 69, that would be a red flag. It's signaling that this move on Monday was a head fake. But yeah, this is signaling that the bulls are heating up. It just has to break through resistance. Okay, now let's look at UDOW. This is the ProShares Ultra Dow 30, and so Ultra Pro Dow 30, and so this made a very similar move to TNA. Notice how it closed above the dotted purple line, and then it closed right below the green line. So it's right there. It's either going to break through resistance or it's going to drop below support on Monday. And so if it can close above both levels and you see it pushing above 100, that's going to be very bullish. That's going to signal more upside potential. You know, it was trading in a tight channel here, and you could see where these 5 candles were trading in the sideways action, and then it busted above on Friday. That close above all these levels is signaling more upside potential. It just has to break that 99.50 level. Okay, let's look at FAS. FAS is the financial bull 3 times, and so it had check out how RSI is at 54 or 52. It got above that 50 level. You know, Fasto's back above 80. You know, signal the chart's heating up. You know, this had a really strong close on Friday. It closed above the middle Bollinger Band and above the 50-day simple moving average. So this is a signal that the banks are in play. You know, it needs to turn 71.50 into support. Basically, you know, if you see it pushing above 72, that's going to be, you know, signaling it wants to head higher. Now it does have to get above these upper wicks, which is basically the 73 resistance zone. Above 73 would be really, really strong. That'd be a clear signal that, okay, FAS is finally ready to like get a new uptrend going. It had a very strong uptrend going, and that broke, you know, on the pullback, and so now it's trying to break back above resistance, which it did. It closed above today or on Friday, and if it holds, then it should continue higher. You know, it could run back up into the 80s. That is if support holds. Let's look at TECL. Now, if it closes back below, that's going to signal that it was a head fake on Monday, and then that's going to be a big red flag. Okay, so the technology's been leading the way. Look at TECL. This is the Drixon Daily Technology Bull 3 times. And as you can see here, it had a big pullback, a bounce off of the 200-day simple moving average. And then it got back above the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day simple moving average. All these candles here turned those levels into support. And then on Friday, there was a big breakout higher. Notice how it closed high of day. So this is really pushing. Yeah, you're looking for a possible run back up to the recent high. high, which is up here at above 140. So that's going to be the target as long as support holds. You know, the big move in TECL is signaling that technology is really strong and wanting to head higher. The last trade of day on Friday was high of day. The bulls were strong right into the close. Okay, let's look at LABU. This is the biotech bull 3 times. And so, yeah, this is heating up as well. You know, you have RSI still at 53, you know, FASTO back above 80. And then, you know, you want to see the plus DI, though. This is a red flag, having plus DI below minus DI and ADX. The green line needs to get back above the red and the black lines. So this is a little bullish, bearish divergence here with the chart heating up and this indicator being bearish. And so basically what's going on is it closed above the dotted purple line for the first time since back here in the first week of February, since February 3rd. And so, you know, you can see all of these candles here. We're trying to close above that dotted purple line. Well, that finally happened on Friday. And so if it can stay above 94, that'll be a signal it wants to head higher. If you see it drop below 94, that's going to be a red flag. And then if it can break above the recent high close, which is the top of this candle here, you know, above 96, that's going to signal that you know, that if it could turn 96 into support, that would signal that this move above the middle Bollinger Band wasn't a head fake and that it wants to head higher. Okay, and then now let's look at XLE. This is the energy select spider. So it's heating up. This is nowhere near as bullish as the previous charts that I just showed you. Those were all looking much better. This has been just totally obliviated. It broke below the middle Bollinger Band. You know, it's been holding the red and the blue lines, which is the 200 and 300 day simple moving averages. As you can see, it was, you know, had a tight channel going here for the last couple of weeks. So yeah, you could see here it's been trading sideways, and then the close above this white candle right here on Friday was signaling that it wants to head higher. That was the top of the sideways channel. So it closed above all these key levels, above EMAs 4 and 8, above the top of the channel, and also above EMA 13 for the first time since way back here when it was you know, way up here at 77. So this is a big move. And so if it can stay above this 68.80 level, you know, and push through 69, then the next key levels to break are the 100-day simple moving average in the middle Bollinger Band. It basically needs to close above 70 and turn 70 into support, and that's when a new uptrend can get going. The nice thing about XLE is if you look at, you know, these other ones, you know, they've already made big moves, right? So they've already bounced off the bottom and made huge moves. And so, you know, each one of these charts is already ran, but XLE is lagging. So XLE in comparison would be like down here on the FAS chart, you know, down here on the UDOW chart. You know, this, if XLE gets moving, then you're catching it a little bit lower, you know, because it's above EMA 13. Yeah, I guess it would be right here on this candle. So yeah, it's still lagging. It's lagging behind. It made the big move. You know, it was really lagging behind last week when it was below, you know, the 200 and 300 day simple moving averages, the 60, 650. Notice how it was a big support zone. But yeah, if it can get back above that 70 level, that's going to be really bullish. Take a look at ERX. This is the energy bull 3 times, and so as you can see, it has the same pattern. You know, I just want to show you. This is another ETF that you can play energy. You know, there's a couple of different ones, a couple of different ways you can trade it. And so notice the green dots here have flipped below the candles on Friday, so that's a signal it's heating up. You know, you've got a pinch MACD, already had a bullish crossover, and then the same thing. You know, you have the tight channel, and then you've got a break above the channel and the top above high close horizontal resistance. This candle right here on the 14th was a key level to break. Closed above EMA's 4, 8, 13, and the 200-day simple moving average. It has some work to do. It needs to get above the EMA 13 and the 300-day simple moving average. A lot of moving averages here all lined up, but keep an eye on it. If it gets above 29.50, that would be bullish. Okay, look at UWT. This is velocity shares 3 times long crude, and so this is a way to get some you know, this is take the movement of oil times 3, and so you can get some good upside on here if you're heading in the right direction. And so basically this had the really key close as well. It was above the middle Bollinger Band, and so if that dotted purple line turns into support at 27.60, it could get a new new uptrend going. Notice how it bounced off of the 100-day simple moving average, and so this was the best close since you know it was in this strong uptrend over here. Notice that when it was below the middle Bollinger Band and then it closed above, that signaled the start of an uptrend. And so if it can hold this middle Bollinger Band, it could get an uptrend going and run back up to the recent highs. So that's what bulls are looking for. They're looking for that 2760, you know, staying above 28 and then making a run back up to 32. Okay, so look at UGAZ here. So UGAZ has been beaten up. It looks like the XLE and ERX chart, you know, really got punished. It closed back above above EMA 4 on Friday, and it's right at EMA 8. EMA 8's at 56.17, and so if you see it close above that level, it closed above that level on Tuesday and turned it into support, then you're looking at EMA 13 at 58.60. A close above that level should be the clear signal that it's ready to actually push higher finally. You know, it's heating up. It found support down here. It formed a double bottom over here, and so you've got a double bottom support zone thing going on, and then you know, double bottom, and then it's the big thing that has to happen is it has to turn EMAs 4 and 8 into support, and that's your clue. Okay, yeah, this is happening. And then once it gets above EMA 13, then you're looking for a run up here to the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day simple moving average. And then finally we look at JNUG and NUGT. This is the Drixon Daily Junior Gold Miner Bull 3 times. So this is the junior gold miners, and so it has an ugly chart as well, but it's trying to heat up. It came down here and it looks like it formed bullish one white soldier. You know, this is it's got the reversal pattern going with the close above EMA 4. That's the pink line right here. You know, it did have the 3 consecutive lower closes, so that's also a bullish reversal pattern. So it either formed one or confirmed one. I'd have to double check on that, but it has a nice reversal pattern going on here nonetheless. And then if it stays above EMA 4 at 1357, that will signal it's ready to head higher. If it drops back below EMA 4, the risk is it drops down to test the 12 support zone. Notice once again this had the double bottom bounce, and so you've got the double bottom down here. And so you got a clear double bottom on the chart. Came down, up, double bottom, and many times when you get a double bottom it could head higher. And so what you're looking for is a break above EMA 8 at 1382, and then getting back above the middle Bollinger Band at 1450. It did that back here on this candle and it failed to hold. Once it turns that middle Bollinger Band into support and get a new uptrend going. And then if you look at NUGT here, NUGT is the you know, this is the gold miners bull 3 times, and so you know, it came down and it dropped below support. You know, it had the bottom here, and then a bottom here, and then yeah, as you can see, it dropped below it, and it's working on the same level from back here in December, and it's still below EMA 4 at 2479. If you see it close above EMA 4 at 2479, that'll signal it's heating up. Notice it looks like a bullish piercing line reversal pattern. You know, it has the same you know, the multiple red candles in a row, which forms a bearish reversal pattern as well. So the chart's heating up, so keep an eye on it. Above EMA 4 puts it in play. You don't want to be long if it's forming candles below EMA 4, so it's better to wait for that break above resistance. Okay, thank you very much for viewing this video. If you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, please come check out our chat. I'll post the link below the video. Thank you.